Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're really taking a look at another Jetstorm combo deck in Thomas format. And I've been thinking about maybe trying out some Malevolent Rumble in this deck, and I've come to realize why invent the wheel when the wheel already works. So Greaseball already has a fantastic Jetstorm deck, so I decided to check this one out today. Compared to the one I played last time, this one is playing Dark Ritual and Necropotence. Although I don't really like playing Necropotence myself, but apparently the Necropotence, even without the life gain of the deck, is actually still fine. I was kind of skeptical about the Necropotence in the deck, but turns out if you can just win on turn 2 and 3, the life total actually doesn't matter. So you can do some really nice shenanigans with the Dark Ritual in this deck, because that does allow you to get the Precept Gigs out as early as possible. So quick guide to the combo: if you have a Greedy Freebooter and the Precept Gigs together with the Chthonian Nightmare, this is going to be a net neutral mana gain, so you're not going to be gaining mana at all. So unless you already have the Marionette Apprentice down on the battlefield, this loop is actually not going to win you the game. But however, it is still going to be able to infinitely scry, so you can get to your desired card a lot easier in the following turn. Now, with this loop, if you put Jet Medallion into the mix, all of a sudden, you have infinite mana. Since the Chthonian Nightmare is only going to cost 1 mana per loop, the Precept Gigs is going to be able to generate more than enough mana for you to play your spells. So with this infinite mana, you can do a lot of stuff, right? You can Demonic Tutor, you can Diabolic Intent, or Marionette, or let's say if you have a Stitcher Supplier. With the infinite mana, you can just keep repeatedly sacrificing the Stitcher Supplier in order to get to Marionette. And another loop this deck has, this was the old infinite that we had before. If you had Jet Medallion out with the double treasure-making creatures, such as the Freebooters, with the Chthonian Nightmare, you can infinitely play Chthonian Nightmares over and over again, because the Nightmare becomes 1 mana, and the 1 mana is being covered by the treasure that you generate. So if you have the Marionette on the battlefield, you're going to be able to win the game if opponent doesn't have an interaction spell. And lastly, this one's the most obvious one. If you have a double Precept Gigs with Chthonian Nightmare, even without the Gem Medallion, you're going to be able to generate infinite mana. So again, with that infinite mana, you can just go into other tutor spells, or, you know, Marionette, or play the Stitcher Supplier, and then just kind of win the game that way. And lastly, this loop does exist, but I don't recommend it. If you have the infinite mana, you can technically win. Instead of using the Marionette, you can technically win with Orcish Bowmaster. But this method I don't recommend, because I've tested it before. You do run out of time. You simply do not have enough time to Orcish Bowmaster loop, especially versus an energy deck that has more than 20 life. So you are going to run out of time if you keep looping the Orcish Bowmaster using the Nightmare. However, if you don't have the combo, and this is the only thing you can do, you could just use this to wipe out your opponent's board against an energy deck. But I would only do this if it's going to be your last resort. And before I go, in the sideboard, we have a very interesting card from Jumpstart 25. We have this card called the Balustrade Spy, which you can use this against a Beltra deck. If you see that opponent's playing a Beltra deck, you can Dark Ritual into Balustrade Spy, target your opponent, and the opponent's gonna lose instantly because they don't have any lands in the deck. So having said that, I'm gonna be hopping over to some Thomas BO3 to show you guys how that does. So let's hop on over. Alright, let's take a look at this deck. This is interesting. I mean, I don't hate it. It's a bit slow. I think I might just wait on the Grief a little bit to see what I draw into. Well, I guess I can go Grief, get rid of a Bowmaster, Demonic Tutor for something. Maybe that's actually better. Mono white. I'm gonna take out the Reprieve, hoping I'll draw into some creatures, so I can just attack into the Karn. Okay, this works out. Well, kind of. I guess I just play out the Chthonian Nightmare. So, I can get rid of the Mana Tithe out. And then I play Necropones next turn. Wow. That's impressive. Well, I drew into a second Necropones anyways, so... Land is the best card to draw here. So, Karn's coming down next turn, which is not good. I guess a second land doesn't really do anything. We have to win here, right? Otherwise, we lose the game to Karn. We'll see. Yeah, we need the Karn to not... Ah, they found a land. Now they can get Tormod's Crypt. No! Yikes.
I will defend my allies.
Grab something like Pithing Needle. Yep. That sucks. That really sucks. I think we might just have to like spam the board. Ooh, nothing. We didn't get anything. That's unlucky. Unlucky. The thing is, if Karn grabs a Pithing Needle, I lose the game. So that's why I had to win the game here, but the Stitcher Supplier didn't do anything, right? What's up with that?
We can do this. We must.
Maybe we can still win, even if Karn goes Pithing Needle. We'll see. They have to so royally screw up. Oh, they grabbed... Why would they grab a Weather Runestone? I feel like there were a lot more options. Right? Wait, you're not even... You can't even play the Weather Runestone. Okay, I think we won. Orm's Chant, never mind. Why are they playing Orm's Chant?
Betrayal closes in from all sides.
Hmm. Why are they playing Orm's Chant? Right? Awesome, Pride. Yeah, we might still be able to win. We'll see. Would be nice if we had another Orcish Bowmaster. Non-permanent cards in graveyard and library can't enter the battlefield. I see. I thought this was something else. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was something else. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't know why I just did that, by the way. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to let my opponent block with the Oslo Pride. Doesn't matter if I go to 1? I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna do this. Actually, we might actually still be able to win. This only prevents cards from coming back onto the battlefield, but it doesn't actually stop the activation of the Nightmare. I would have dealt 2 more damage here if I didn't mess up. They would have been at 4. Rough game. I completely forgot about the first strike on the Oslo Pride. Okay, we still won because of the Marionette. Wow. What am I supposed to sideboard against opponent's deck now? They play Karn. They're like an energy plus... They're trying to do 2 different things at once, right? Energy plan and mono white control. Which is so weird. Maybe I'll even have Duress. We'll cut like Medallion, Priest of Gix, Cthulhian Nightmare. I'm beginning to think that maybe I should just take these 2 out. But it kind of won me the game though. I'll go down on Grief and Mihawk Massacre. Okay. I was gonna say, the problem with the Dark Ritual is mana type, but actually it didn't matter. I'll draw 6 because I'm kind of afraid of dying. This deck doesn't have a life gain. Oh my god. I was about to say, like, if I didn't get a land there, I would have been so sad. I think I'm going to get rid of, I actually have all the necessary tools to win. I don't think I need a freebooter to win. Actually, I do. Maybe Diabolic Intent, Stitcher Supplier. Yeah, this is the problem with, a deck like this that requires just so many pieces of combo. Like, Look, this is a combo piece. 5-card combo. Okay, so I played this out in case opponent had a mana tithe, but obviously they didn't have it, so makes me look like a fool. We're not playing out the Jet Medallion. Okay, Phyrexian Tower's actually so sick. Ooh, Archon. That's pretty bad for me. Yeah, that's really bad for me, huh? Might lose the game because of that. We got the Mihawk Massacre, but now we just need to kind of survive. Okay, double Archon. So, playing the Orcish Bowmaster means that I'm using a treasure here. So I'm going down on mana. But if I Phyrexian Tower, it's the same outcome, right? So I just have to pray that... No, it's actually not the same outcome. By doing so... Because I have another Phyrexian Tower. It doesn't seem like they have a mana tithe anyways. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Archon. But I would have been able to have another 2 more mana here if I didn't misplay. It's now between a Duress or Marionette. Let's go with Duress. Oh my god, they have another Archon. I don't think I can beat that, right? 3 Archons, huh? Yeah, I can't beat that. I don't have any removal spells left. Okay, so Mihawk Massacre apparently way more important than I thought. And March as well. I'll go down on Gix again. I'll go down on Jet Medallion. Like a decent hand, but I've been mulliganing too much. I don't want my last game to be just like mulligan, then I don't draw my Dark Ritual into Necropotence and lose the game, you know? Now this deck opponent's playing, it seems like they just have random assortments of hate cards. Yeah, it definitely seems like it. Just play out the Chthonian Nightmare. Probably one of the worst opponents to face, honestly. They just have too many hit cards. Oh my god. Not like this. Last game, going into flood territory. Diabolic Intent. Okay, so I think we just need to grab a Haywire. And get rid of Rest in Peace. There's that first Archon. I don't really like the opponent did have like a Field of Ruin. Priest of Gix. Let's just do this. Yeah, possibly the worst matchup you can ever see. Like, opponent probably has multiple Archons in their hand. Which is so bad for me. Honestly, the only reason we're even in this is maybe because opponent has like 2 Leyline Sanctities. Okay, we have the combo. We do have the combo here. Question is, do they have a Solitude? If opponent has a Solitude, I lose the game. Get lost. Okay, that's still not bad. It's better than opponent casting a Solitude, so I'll take that, honestly. Okay. Well, opponent last turn. Also Pride, not gonna do it. That's not good enough. Unless it's another Get Lost. It could be another Get Lost. Oh man. What a tough game to navigate. Like, I was playing around Manatize so hard that there was actually a chance for me to grab a Necropons, but I decided not to do it because I only had 5 mana at the time, and if I cast my Diabolic Intent, grab the Necropons, and I got, you know, a mana tide there, I would have just lost the game. So I decided to actually grab a Haywire Might instead to get rid of the Rest in Peace. But yeah, just absolutely the worst game I could ask for. Opponent playing just the massive Hate Bear cards. Okay. Shambling Ghast. So Dark Ritual, Shambling Ghast, Diabolic Intent. That only leaves me with the 2 mana. Interesting hand. Yeah, definitely an interesting hand, isn't it? So they're probably gonna have some counter spell, so I really want to make use of my turn here if I can. I think I might have to go Jet Medallion because I only have 1 land. Okay, paying off. Okay, this is good because now they have to use some mana here, right? Now let's just pray that they don't have another Spell Snare. Usually these kind of decks only play 2 copies of Spell Snares. Some decks also play like 2 more copies of Spell Pierce. Island, okay. So we have a turn. And we draw land. So I can go Diabolic Intent. Is there a win here? Diabolic Intent, grab a Priest of Gix. We might be a bit short. I'm not sure. No, we won. We won. Because we have infinite mill and infinite yeah, we just have infinite loop here. I'm not going for the Orcish Bowmaster loop because that's gonna take an insane amount of time. Instead, I'm going to go for a Stitcher Supplier. Perfect. We already got a Marionette. Hey, we got another Marionette again. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna start cracking the treasures now because we have 2 Marionettes now. I'll just treasure loop instead. Not even sure like if the treasure loop is even that faster. Alright, GG's. Great first game. Okay, so we're gonna want defense grid, haywire, copy of a duress, and we're just gonna sideboard out grief, precept gigs, gem medallion, and a Catholian nightmare. I'm not sure what the last cut is. Let's actually go down on the jet medallion. Okay. Bit of a weird hand. So they have a surgical. They might actually take away my Catholian nightmare. Yeah, they might actually take away my Catholian nightmare here. Which is pretty bad. Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think we're gonna need to draw, let's see. We're gonna need to draw a dark ritual. I think that's basically how we're gonna win. No. Okay. I just wanted to make them have it, you know? But obviously this is a pretty bad spot to be in because our combo plan is destroyed. Basically. Our combo plan is destroyed. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing the Orcish Bowmaster out. Like I'm not 100%. Because technically they can still use a 1-mana spell here. So let's see what they do. If they brainstorm, I am going to Orcish Bowmaster. Okay. Because of the defense grid, I can't actually play out the Bowmaster, right? On opponent's turn. So I'm glad that this happened. Yeah, although, you know, they got rid of my Cadonian Nightmare, they're still in a really bad spot. Like, this is so bad for them, you know? Is it a mana drain? Sure, okay. I need to create a situation where... Actually, even if I Diabolic Intent here... Okay. Fantastic. Ritual, Marionette. That's 5. Wouldn't really work. 5 mana, Marionette, Diabolic Intent. I only have 1 mana left over, which isn't like too crazy. Next turn I have 6 mana, Marionette. I think I just pass. I think this is a Mardu energy, right? Ritual, Priest of Gix. I mean, the fact that I drew a Priest of Gix was kind of crazy. Because with Marionette, you can't do this, right? The thing is, I'm dealing with an energy, like... I'll draw 7. I just don't know, like, how many cards I need to draw versus, aggro decks. Dark Ritual is insane. Ooh, Static Prison. Okay. Can I win here? If I go Dark Ritual... I'll play the Chthonian Nightmare first, because this one has Enter the Battle effect trigger. In case opponent has a removal spell, that is. Because the thing is, this is a net neutral. It doesn't seem like they have It actually doesn't seem like they have a removal spell. So yeah, this game over. Hopefully there's time. I was thinking a lot before I started this combo. Yeah, we can't quite play this other Marionette. We're missing 1 mana. Without the Jet Medallion, this loop is basically net neutral when it comes to mana. Okay. Yeah, energy, so Grief's out. And I want Haywire Mites, March, and Mihawk Massacres. And I'm just gonna take out like Jet Medallion, Priest of Gix, and Chthonian Nightmare. What is the last card? Is it Gix? Or maybe it's Stitcher Supplier? Not a bad hand. Out of Souls. Yeah, currently just drawing a lot of lands is really good because... Oh god, this is actually not good. Oh, please don't say... Don't. Okay, looks like game 2 situation. Game 3 situation. What an insane... Like, what is this? Like, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. So Phyrexian Tower, I have 4 mana, and then we go Jet Medallion, Priest of Gix. Oh, we won. Oh my god. How is this deck fair? I don't know. This game, man. Just insane, isn't it? Absolutely insane. Their start was insane, by the way. If I didn't win on turn 2, like, it was just over. Opponent basically won on turn 2. Right, this is a Grease Balls Jetstorm combo deck. Last time, well, you kind of know me. I don't like Necropones. I really want the Necropones to be errated so that in Arena you can just go X equals 10, I draw 10 cards, right? Because technically, if you hold full control, you can always respond to your own Necropones anyways. So you don't actually pass the priority. And split second actually doesn't matter either, because if you hold full control, like even if opponent has a split second, what I mean by that is Cross and Script. In response to you drawing with the Necropones, opponent actually can't respond with a split second Cross and Script anyways, because you always respond to your priority and you keep drawing the card with Necropones. So unless you don't hold full control, opponent can technically Cross and Script in response to you drawing with the Necropones. So I feel like there's no downside to fixing this problem in Arena. Like, it might as well just be X equals 10, pay 10 life, and draw 10 cards. So another card similar to this is Necrodominance. Necrodominance already does that. This is like super quality of life. You just say X equals 5, I draw 5 cards, and there's no stop, right? So that's a change I really want to see in Arena with the Necropones. Like, if they change that, I'd be so content with Necropones. That's honestly the reason why I hate Necropones. I also want for this client to have a way to like yield to any cards other than the cards that's targeting the Necropones, right? Can we have that, please? That would be actually insane. So yeah, a lot of quality of life stuff that's not in the game that's currently making Necropons very miserable to play. So that's my only issue with this card. And I've been kind of stubborn about it. But yeah, I played the Dark Ritual into Necropons. And you know what? The deck is insane. So this Jetstorm deck in Timeless with the Priest of Gix, sometimes it's just unfair, right? We didn't really get to see any like turn 1 combo, but turn 2 combo, we've seen it in one game in 3 matches, which is actually pretty good, right? And the Priest of Gix actually came up quite often where it actually mattered. Like turn 2, we were able to win because of the Priest of Gix, and there was also another turn where double Dark Ritual into Priest of Gix actually allowed us to play the Necropons on turn 2 from a Diabolic Intent, right? If I had any other creature, even Dark Ritualing double 2 times into a Diabolic Intent on turn 2 into a Necropons, that's not going to be able to get you 3 mana to play the Necropons, but because you can just get the mana back instantly with the Priest of Gix, the double Dark Ritual into Diabolic Intent into grabbing a Necropons, the Priest of Gix actually enable that, right? So the card is absolutely insane, but game 2 and 3, I did kind of find myself going down on some copies of Priest of Gix just because, although this card is insane, it is still a 3 mana card, and the fact that we are playing a 4 copies of Phyrexian Tower means that you can't really cut these 1 mana cards easily. That meant that like we had to go down on some copies of like Jet Medallions, Chthonian Nightmares. We can't really cut tutor spells. So I find myself going down on these cards a lot, same with Grief. Because even if you go down on some of the combo pieces, as long as you draw into these tutor spells, you can just find these combo pieces anyway. So that's my logic here. But yeah, if you're new to Jetstorm combo deck, it's going to take a while for you to actually see the line. Like sometimes even I can't see the line, and I've played like maybe 50 games with this deck so far across Historic and Timeless. Even then, like sometimes like I can't really see the lines in winning the game. And if you do that, you just like take an insane detour and you might not even win the game in the next few turns, because that means like if you don't spot the combo and exhaust some of your resources like Dark Rituals or some of your creatures like Freebooters with the Phyrexian Tower, like these don't come back, right? So that's what I mean by like, if you take a detour, it might actually take a longer time reaching the combo. Another interesting thing about this sideboard, I kind of want the 3rd copy of Defense Grid, and I don't think I need the 3rd copy of a Haywire Might, per se. Because the thing about the Haywire Might is something that you can always tutor into, but the Defense Grid is something that you want on the battlefield on turn 1, right? So you want to naturally be able to find this early. So if you're playing against Blue-Black Control, Jeskai Control, or Blue-Red Tempo, for example, you want these cards in your opening hand. You want to be able to Dark Ritual into it. So that's why I think you want another copy of a Defense Grid instead of a Haywire Might. But the thing I actually want to talk about is the Balustrade Spy. This one is interesting because this one allows you to instantly win the game versus a Belcher deck. Against a Belcher deck, you just Dark Ritual or Phyrexian Tower plus some treasure tokens into Balustrade Spy, right? On turn 2, if you have a Freebooter plus a Phyrexian Tower and another land, you can just play out the 4 mana card instantly. So that's actually a pretty nice perk with this deck, is against Belcher deck, you do have this auto win panic button in the sideboard. So, but they might actually bring some ley lines to stop this, like Leyline Sanctity. So you just want to bring some Haywire Mites for that, and Reclamation Sage. So yeah, this was Greaseball's Jetstorm deck. I didn't change anything. Really no complaints, other than the fact that it is kind of mind-numbing. You can't really turn off your brain playing this deck, which is something I, and probably a lot of you, want to do when playing Magic, is you want to turn off your brain and just autopilot some decks. So, but yeah, that's this one's not going to be that. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.